All right, let's get this party started. So I'm going to have Ashley. Ashley's from Washington, but I'm going to have her introduce herself. And she has an amazing call today on getting Emerald coaches started right. So if you don't mind, go ahead and get started, girlfriend. We'll take it away.
Hi, some of you may have, hopefully you can hear me, some of you may have heard me talk on this before if you were in the two-star group that we did last time with Joe, but I'll be sharing about how to empower emeralds and get them started. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a mom and I have 3 kids and I coach full-time. My life is absolutely pure chaos and I love every minute of it most days. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and share my screen. And some of you may have heard this topic at the New Leader Conference. If you were there, they had something similar about empowering diamond coaches, and I kind of changed it and adapted it to what my team needed, which was empowering emeralds. So I'm going to share my screen and do a quick slideshow. Okay. Okay. So my main thing about empowering emeralds is I wanted to teach emeralds leadership so that when they get to diamond, they know how to lead. Because I know for me personally, when I became a diamond coach, I had never talked on a video. I had never led a team call. I had never done anything whatsoever for leadership. And when it was my turn to kind of step up and do that, I felt completely lost and I didn't have any confidence in myself. So I really wanted to prepare emerald coaches to feel like leaders, because they really are leaders in their own business, because they're growing and most emerald coaches are trying to get to diamond. And so I wanted to prepare them in their leadership as they get to diamond. So again, we talk about emerald a lot in our team page. We really have this culture of you're a new coach, you get to emerald right away. It's really easy to get to emerald. And when you get to emerald, you continue to get to emerald every single month, which will lead you to diamond. So that's our plan and vision in my team page. Like I said earlier, we view emerald as the first step of leadership that you take as a coach. And it's really up to you when you're adding coaches to your team that you are the leader of them, not your upline coach. Because I found before we started this program, people were adding coaches to their team and they'd be an emerald coach with, 3 to 4, maybe even sometimes 5 coaches, and they were still relying completely on their upline diamond coach to lead their coaches. And we really wanted to change that and empower them to be leaders. We like to teach them and have them share, videos, learn how to make videos, learn how to talk about things in front of people, so that when they become diamond, they can lead team calls, they can talk to people, and they have that confidence and they can find their voice. Whereas before, I know I didn't have my own voice because I had never done anything like that. There was no such thing to really get me prepared to lead other coaches. So again, that's our goal for empowering our emeralds. So this is how I implemented the program for my team. So first of all, I announced that I was going to do an empowered emerald. Again, I'm at Starbucks. I made a video and talked to my team and kind of shared my vision of how I really wanted to encourage them to step up and lead. I wanted them to have the opportunity to have a voice from the team page, because I think sometimes before we started this program in my team page, it was me and the diamonds who were sharing all the time, and I think that the coaches thought the team page was our team page, not our whole team page for everybody. So I really wanted to give everybody a voice to share. So I made a video. I talked about how excited I was to be starting a new program. I kind of laid down the expectations. And I asked my diamonds who are on my team to really make a big deal out of this also. They actually help me pick the emeralds each week, because I don't just use my personally sponsored emeralds. We go through the whole downline. So that was my first step. I announced the idea with a video. Sorry, I hope it's not too loud. The next thing I do is I invite the emerald via a private message. I send the message to the emerald coach, and I always include their upline coach in the actual message, so that the upline coach knows that I'm having that conversation, that I'm picking them for the empowered emerald. And I just encourage them and tell them, hey, we're so excited to have you be our empowered emerald this next week. We really want to encourage you to step up in leadership. We would love it if you could share a video of your story with the team, share any posts of motivations, share any best practices that you have. Just have the opportunity to share and lead. And we asked them to do that for 5 days, Monday through Friday. And then me or one of the other leaders on our team will actually share that person's story on our Facebook pages to give them some traction. So they do have an incentive to do it as well, because I think having that recognition from the diamonds on the team gives them a little bit more traction on their own page, that they're being recognized by somebody above them. Because, you know, as new coaches, when you're an Emerald coach, your friends and family might not know what you're doing, but if you're being recognized by somebody else for something that you're doing, whether they might not understand it or not, it gives them some really good traction. So the next part is we empower the coach. These are some of the screenshots of different posts. We've been doing this in my team page since the beginning of February, and I have seen several different Emeralds take a completely different take. Some people find YouTube videos that really speak to them. Some people make their own YouTube videos and upload them to YouTube. Some people just, you know, find a photo and share some quote that spoke to them, but they each interpret it differently and share something completely different in the team page for 5 days. So the main thing is we make sure that the leaders on my team are really encouraging to the stuff that they share. We compliment, we thank them. We encourage everybody else on the team page to really pay attention, because these people could be on the same level, that they could say something to a coach that would speak differently than if I said the same thing. Because I think that when somebody's on your same level, so if an Emerald's talking to a new coach or an Emerald's talking to another Emerald, I think they really get each other because they're on the same level. And so that was the whole point of this Empowering Emeralds thing. I wanted our Emeralds to have a voice to reach the other Emeralds. So it wasn't just me and the other diamonds on my team page just saying all the time, you should hit Success Club, you should do this, you should do this. But if they were hearing it from an Emerald that was experiencing how it was changing their life, they had a better understanding of, oh, okay, well, she's not just, this diamond coach isn't just telling me to hit Success Club. This girl's doing it too, and this is how it's changing her life. And it really engaged them a little bit more. And then, like I said, at the end of the week, I do a spotlight on my page, or whoever the diamond coach that she falls under will do a spotlight that, you know, encourages them, tell them how awesome she was for the week. If you're thinking of joining their challenge group, you know, message her for more details. This girl is really legit and awesome, so you should really check her out. Oh, and that's the end of my slideshow. So again, it's not anything fancy, but it really gives the voice to the Emerald coaches to step up in leadership and really shows the other people who are new coaches in the team that Emerald is a big deal. Getting to Emerald is awesome. Anybody can do it. And when you get to Emerald, you get this extra perk that, you know, some of the other coaches don't do. And I tell you, the stuff that the Emeralds come up with and share just absolutely blows my mind. And last week, we had a girl who's a teacher. She did 5 days of posts of videos on fixed mindset and growth mindset. And I was like, wow, this girl like knows her stuff. She's so smart. And she shared these short, like 4-minute videos every single day. And I just absolutely loved it. So it's just a really great program that we have going on in our team page. And that's all I got.
No, that was awesome. I want to open it up for a question and answer if that's okay. Do you guys have any questions for Ashley?
I didn't say yes or no.
No. Like I said, it's nothing too amazing or groundbreaking, but it just has really helped the leadership of my Emerald coaches. And just recently, I have started I'm going to do a mastermind call with Emerald coaches that are wanting to get to Diamond. I don't want to do another like training, because I feel like everybody has all the training they need to get to Diamond, but I am going to give, you know, the opportunity for once a week, if they're pushing for it and they're meeting the expectations, they can get on a live Zoom call with me and the other leaders on our team. And so I'm doing the same thing for coaches who aren't Emerald coaches, because obviously my Diamond coaches need Emerald coaches. So I'm twice a week. So once for the people trying to push to Diamond, and then the people who are trying to get to Emerald. I'm going to do a Zoom call similar to this, just give them some encouragement, give them some call to actions for the next week, so that I'm in front of them and really, you know, encouraging them. Because I know for me, was struggling to get Emeralds like for forever. I had either Diamonds or coaches who were stuck, and I've slowly gotten Emeralds, but they've been in the wrong places of my business. So like my second business center has been stuck at Emerald for forever because I can't get Emeralds there. So this was how I wanted to try and encourage people to get to Emerald this year. And then once they get to Emerald, I will help them get, if they want to, based on their own goals, get to Diamond.
I love it. So do many of you ladies do the same thing with your emeralds? Do you allow them to step up, to encourage them to break away from you immediately? Kind of talk to me about this. Or is this all new to you? Do you allow them to lead and guide when they hit diamond, or kind of tell me what your thoughts are?
Once a month on my team call is all emeralds. And it's kind of a similar thing where I ask them to share the best practice, share like part of their story. And so it's like, I usually pick 3 emeralds, and it's kind of the same principle, I think. And I really, really recognize them in the team page that day, sharing that they're going to be on the team call. And then I share on my personal page as well, like the next day, like that we've heard from these 3 and they're amazing. And you know what I mean? Like you said, to kind of give them, like, join their team because they're awesome. And it's really, really helped ever since I've been doing that. People are like, so, you know, when I'm an emerald, I'm going to be on the team call sometime. So that's something similar that I do, that I think it does help people realize that emerald is a big deal.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Megan, you're good. She gives a thumbs up. She's like, I like. So what I would challenge you is, if you're having a hard time empowering your emerald coaches, go back and do something like this. This is amazing. The most beautiful thing, like what you said, Ashley, is that they'll start to do things that you never thought were possible and start talking about things that you had no idea that they had confidence in. It allows you to see where they are as far as the team goes, how they could be a valuable asset, and as far as being a business partner with you and something that you can partner up with more. But Ashley, is there anything else that you want to share on that? That was awesome.
I know this is something Brittany had told me to do just recently. Like, I don't know where you guys are going for your own personal goals this year, but I personally am pushing for elite. I need to get some diamond coaches, and I know Brittany was like, girl, you need to ask your people to get to diamond. Ask them, tell them what you need, and see if they'll step up. And so that was really scary for me to, like, I don't want to ever push somebody because of my goals, but I want to lead them if it's something that they want to. And so that's kind of how this new mastermind calls have started, is because I had asked a few people. I posted in my team page about some BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, and I saw who answered those, and then I just sent those private messages. Hey, I'm looking for like 10 people to get to diamond this year. Help get to diamond. Do you want to be one of those 10 people? Because we're going to hustle and we're going to work hard. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just let me know. But if you're in this, let's do it. And I had a group of girls that are like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. So now I feel like I have people that have told me I want to do this. Same thing with emerald, because like I said, I need some emeralds. And my diamonds, or the people who are trying to get to diamond, need some emeralds, so that we're trying to work both things at the same time. So I think you simply have to ask. And for me, that was scary, to put myself out there and be like, hey, I need you to get to diamond, because it helps me, but it helps them too. So
Super proud of you for doing that.
I was really, really hesitant. Do you have a separate page for PS coaches? I don't have a separate page for PS coaches, and I was actually wondering about how to do this. And in fact, I wanted to ask how some of you guys do it. Right now I have a team page that's all of my coaches, and I don't want to say all of my coaches because I have some diamond coaches who lead their own team pages, and they don't add everybody into my team page. But I was curious because I wanted to start recognizing people more for Success Club, but I wasn't sure how to do it for the whole team, if that's something I should do, or what the general practice is, because I really want to create that Success Club mentality. Let's do this. And I was going to try and recognize people for Success Club 10, not 5, because 10 is the new 5 in my opinion. But I didn't know what was best to do, if it's best to do for the whole downline, or if it's something you start a PS group and just post about it in your PS group, or how are you guys doing it?
I do one for my whole, for my downline. I mean, I don't have a huge downline that's active, but I run my report and I do it. And I even recognize Success Club. I do it several times a month along the way. And I do who already has 10 and who has 5, and then who are on their way. So even if they have 1 point, they're getting recognized. And then,
so do you incentivize them at all with any sort of gift or anything like that every month, or you just recognize? Yeah. I mean, I recognize for Success Club, but I was thinking of trying to recognize with something small every month at the end of the month for the people who hit Success Club 10. Not every month, because people have to want not because of a gift. But some people, like if you say, I'm going to get you a selfie stick, they're like, yeah, let me push really hard. And they will, because that's kind of how their personality type.
For my PS coaches, because I do have a PS coach page, for my PS coaches, I do PD books from Amazon for those who hit Success Club. And then it ships right to them and I don't have to do anything. I just get on and order it.
I know. I do that for my new emeralds. That's usually what I get them, something from Amazon. But I was like, I should try and sprinkle in Success Club every once in a while.
What I do is you can do gift cards, like e-gift cards, so like you can send Starbucks, Amazon gift cards, like a $5 one, so it's not like something huge out of pocket, which they can apply towards a personal development or something like that. So yeah, but I want to say that's awesome, Ashley. I love it because I'm going to use what you like talked about for empowering emeralds, because it's something I need. But I also wanted to add that I do what is coaching webinars, recorded webinars with my Emerald coaches, like co-hosts. So that way they have like a tool in their toolbox for when they're recruiting for working coaches themselves. They have something that a recording that they can send with their voice, their story, for their prospects.
Oh, I love that. Oh, and I have one more thing to add, not to just talk all the time, and some of you may already do this. I notice as my team is growing, when somebody gets added to my team page, I'm trying to be really intentional about welcoming every new coach with a private message, because I know that when I was added into my upline's like big team page as a new coach, I was really overwhelmed, and I saw these people that seemed to have it all together, and it was intimidating to me. And I want to start it off from the very beginning. This isn't a scary place. Like, everybody's welcome here. You know, come to the team page for any questions that you have, and really open up that dialogue. Because I think if I would have received that message, I would have kind of like had a deep breath of, oh, okay, this is an okay place. Like, I'm not just a number and all this big crazy crowd. Not that I have a huge team page, because it's not that big, but like, I want everybody to realize that we're a family and they're welcome here, even if I'm not their coach. So I do that too, which is something that takes a little bit extra time, but I don't know.
So worth it.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Anything else you ladies want to share? That was awesome. I want to say thank you, because I absolutely love that. If you will take that to your team, if you will really try to empower your emeralds and really show them the bigger picture. You know, emerald is just a stepping stone until you actually are working towards in this business going diamond and 2-star. Always go back to that 2-star diamond approach. Teach the bigger picture. Allow your coaches to see what is. Because you don't want them to stop at diamond. You know, once they hit 2-star diamond, they naturally would go into the process of working towards 5-star diamond and elite, because you see the bigger picture. You've tasted success. So just remind them, you know, this is a stepping stone, but if I empower you right now as an emerald, you're going to empower your coaches, and you're going to be able to move forward faster within this business towards your bigger goals. So I love it, Ashley. Thank you so much for talking today. Is there anything else that you ladies want to share before we get going? No, short, sweet, to the point. I love it. You all enjoy your day. Yes.
Wait. I have one more thing to share. I'm so sorry. And this has nothing to do with our topic, but it's something that I learned through my own failing forward recently. And some of you may be doing this, and you might already know this, but my team hosted a sneak peek event last Tuesday. I hosted the event, and like my entire team invited like 4,000 people to the sneak peek event, which was great. But because of that, there was so many people invited to the event that there weren't that many people that actually attended the event. And since I made the mistake of not adding any extra hosts to the event, Facebook has put me in like Facebook jail for my events. And so normally I run an event for my challenge group, but I cannot run an event right now because that event that I hosted was marked as spam, because so many people were invited to it. Even though there was good traction in the event, because we posted for like an hour in the actual event, there were so many people invited that didn't click going that my account got things. So learn from my mistake. And if you host a big event like that with your team, make sure you add all the other coaches as a host, because I think if there would have been more hosts, then that wouldn't have happened, because there would have been, 30 people inviting to this event, and it wouldn't have been like me, just one person inviting 4,000. So don't make that same mistake, because this month I'm having to kind of shift gears and run my business a little differently than I normally would because of that event.
How did you invite? Normally it maxes you out at like 400 people unless you have extra.
Well, no, so it's each person. So like I invited like 300 people to the event, but like there was like 50 other coaches that all invited 300 people who, and we were like, go big or go home and like invite everybody that you can, and which was great. The event went great, and there were some coaches that signed up. But when I went to run my challenge group event, like I could invite like 50 people. Like they really lowered my invites, and I was looking it up and doing some research, and it was because when that many people are invited to an event and don't actually click going or interested, Facebook sees it as spam and will like lock your account down. So don't make that same mistake I did. And I think, like I said, if I would have just added all the other coaches who were inviting as hosts, I just skipped that step. It wouldn't have done that, I don't think.
Thank you for sharing. I know that's a hard one. Thank you. So, all right, ladies, well, let's wrap it up. This will be recorded, so I will be posting it. So if you need to go back to any of those slides, anything that she did share, please do. I hope you all have an amazing Monday, and I'll talk to y'all soon, okay? Bye, ladies.
Hope you feel better.
Thank you.